Hey, welcome back to the channel. Back in the garage today. Not working on the bike. I'm actually going to be cleaning up the my workbench today, but I had a topic I wanted to talk about, and that's Daytona Bike Week. Want to get your thoughts on it. Anyways, let's get into it. It's not what you think. Unless, of course, you think me and my wife do some crazy things out in the garage, then you'd be correct. So yeah, Daytona Bike Week. It's about almost 2 weeks away right now when I'm recording this. And I actually had a couple of thoughts on it. So I've never once been to a motorcycle rally or bike week or whatever they're called. Closest I've ever done is the motorcycle shows. I don't drink Corona. But now I have it in my head that I should actually try going to one of these motorcycle rallies, bike weeks, or whatever you want to call them. And I don't know if it's because of the poor weather here or what. Maybe that's why I want to go and think of Daytona, because it's nice weather down there. And I keep batting it around of how I would actually go. So right now there's 3 ways we're kind of, or I shouldn't say we, my wife has nothing to do with this. However, she might come. 3 ways that I'm actually thinking about doing this trip. So the first way, I'll preface it by, see, told you I never ever use this. Look how nice and shiny that is. So the first thing I want to say for the first way I'm thinking of doing it, first thing I'll say is I'm a fair weather rider. I don't like riding in the cold. I'll do it every once in a while, but literally half hour, 45, always less than an hour ride. So the first way I keep looking into it is riding my bike down. I keep looking at the 2-week forecast of what the weather's going to be like here in Bolton, and then also in Pittsburgh, and then Myrtle Beach, basically on my way down. So here where I am, in 2 weeks time, it should be above freezing. We're looking at anywhere between 6 degrees Celsius up to less than 10 degrees Celsius, in and around there. I'll put the Fahrenheit on here for everyone else. I think it's about 40 degrees Fahrenheit, something in and around there, which will increase how long it will take me to get there, because I will have to stop. And I would probably drive during daylight hours, just because once the sun goes down, it'd be way too cold for me to ride. Oops. The other issue that will arise with riding the bike down there, it's one thing to be cold, riding down that length of time. I'll have to put the kilometers on there. I think it's about a 19, actually no, that's even further. It's something like 21 hours to ride or to drive. I'll put the proper thing once I remember what it is. So you know, I would be taking 2 days to get down, not actually to Daytona. I would actually stop in Myrtle Beach. My dad is down there for 3 months in the winter. So I want to say it's about 17 hours to get to Myrtle Beach, and then Myrtle Beach down to Daytona. I think it's 6 or 7 hours. So I'd break it up that way. I would take 2 days to get to Myrtle Beach. I'd probably spend a day with my dad or whatever, and then head down to Myrtle Beach after that. Head down to Daytona Beach. Now, if I did that, my wife would actually fly down, and I would pick her up in Daytona. Actually, I would go fly her to Orlando and pick her up in Orlando, because the flights from Toronto are way cheaper to go to Orlando than they are to Daytona. which again, it would be fine for her. Another reason why I'm actually looking into a bagger, because there's no way my wife would go that far on our motorcycle right now. She might not even go that far on a bagger either, but I don't know. So yeah, she would meet me down there. I would be able to bring her helmet and everything with me. I would load it up properly. That way she wouldn't even need, she'd only need to carry on the plane. So again, with that option, one of the issues is weather, obviously. Not just here, riding down there. It seems to be quite a bit warmer in Pennsylvania area when I'm looking at it. It shows that it's more into double digits for Celsius. In the 12 to 15 degrees Celsius. Again, put the thing here. But one of the biggest problems with that, not just the cold, depending on which route I go, I don't even think it makes a difference which route I would go. Going through Virginia or West Virginia or Virginia, I forget which one it is, you got the mountains there and you could run into snow. So that's the biggest obstacle with option one is the weather. Riding down there, I would spend probably 3 or 4 days at Daytona Bike Week if I did it that way. Actually, for all of the ways, I would probably spend 3 or 4 days. I don't think you need to spend a whole week. Maybe you do. I don't know. Like I said, I've never been, but I'm guessing you'd probably get to see most things in 3 or 4 days, or most things you would want to do in 3 or 4 days, and we would probably do it in probably 2, and my wife would want to spend a lot of time on the beach. Now, option 2 that we were, or that I'm looking into, and don't worry, I keep looking. There's still places we can stay down there. I'm not worried about accommodations. There's places up and down the coast that we're able to stay. I'm not worried about finding a spot. So the second way we're actually looking at doing it is actually just renting a U-Haul trailer, throwing the bike on there, and basically we can haul ass down there because we're in, our vehicle. I can ride at night. I'm not worried about any of that. We're warm, and just trailering the bike down there. Same thing, we'd stop in Myrtle Beach, see the family, do all of that stuff as well. However, that would actually give us probably another day or another 2 days, because it wouldn't take us as long to get down there or as long to come back. Last year we went to Myrtle Beach. We left at like 2 a.m. and got to Myrtle Beach at like 6 o'clock in the evening. So that's option 2. The biggest problem with that option is anything that I look for on Airbnb or VRBO. Really the biggest, or probably the best option that way would actually be staying in hotels down there, because any VRBO, Airbnb, you only have one parking spot. You're not going to fit a trailer and a vehicle in that spot. I guess I could actually trailer down there, drop the trailer off at a U-Haul down there, and then rent one down there and bring it back. That could be another option. So that way we would be able to bring everything with us. The third option actually would be just to drive down there. Don't even bring a bike. When we're down there, we could rent a bike. I know they do a lot of demo rides and stuff like that, and we could just do that, get our fix in that way. We can bring our helmets, driving down there, and that would give us an extra day or 2 here to play with for going down there, spending time down there, and coming back, since we wouldn't be reliant on sunlight to travel in. I can hear it already. You have to ride your bike to the fast road. You're not a true biker. I'm not worried about that. I don't think I come off as a true biker anyways. Again, newer rider. That really doesn't bother me. So yeah, I want to know from you guys. One, is Daytona Bike Week one of these bike rallies that I should be looking into going to? I've seen online, most people seem to enjoy it. Seems like a fun time. The only negativity I ever see about it is the rides aren't as impressive as, say, something like Sturgis, where you can ride around on the Black Hills. Now, having said that, it doesn't mean we wouldn't try going to, let's say, Sturgis. Sturgis would actually be a closer ride. But anyways, one, do you think it would be worth it to even try? And two, how would you go about doing it? And yes, I know there's a fourth option where we can both just fly down there, but part of this trip would be to actually go and see my dad. So that's why we would think about driving, because it would actually be cheaper to fly us both down there and rent a car than, well, no, I guess it wouldn't, but the flights are probably cheaper than what gas would be. Finally, a proper tool chest. Hopefully now I can actually store my equipment so it doesn't look like it did before. I know it's small, but I can add to it later. So what do you think? Should I go to Daytona? I know there's a few YouTubers that I follow that are going to end up being there. I probably wouldn't go and say hi because I'm too shy, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. Until next time, later.